Pelosi.
Piss on Pelosi.
That is such a... We were talking last week about, like,
those
putting
stickers.
bumper stickers on and everything. People just have...
Pissing on Pelosi. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's a crazy thing to do. Yo, did I tell you all my fishing poles got stolen off my boat?
Yeah, when we were on the boat, you mentioned it pretty casually.
Yeah, well, because we were halfway across the sound, and I was like,
"Oh, is that when
my fishing poles are gone?"
Is that when you realized it?
Yeah.
Damn. Huh. I wonder. You should find the owners of the boats next to you and like be like, "Hey, is y'all's shit gone?" I'm sure they are.
Well, most of the boat, I mean, there's a Sundancer right next to me, and then, like, the Cerebalo, but he never leaves anything on there, probably because maybe it happened to him, too. But then the rest of the boats are all yachts, and you can just lock your yacht up.
It's like a couple $1,000s, isn't it?
Like $1,000.
Yeah.
Like $1,000 worth.
Do you think it was, like, someone not from here, or do you think it was, like, some hoodlums?
I think it's a hoodlum, like, teenager on a golf cart or a bike, I think for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously I don't know, but that's totally the vibe that I get from it, because no one else, it's a very like wealthy part of this area.
Yeah,
like very wealthy. I mean, I'm surrounded by 50-foot yachts.
Yeah, so
it's no one who lives right there.
It's like, what? Why though? Why would you? Because you could get,
man, it's such a bummer,
especially here. Like, well, I think I said this on the boat with you. If the owner would like you don't know whose boat it is, and if they pulled up while you're doing that, like some people would just shoot you like on the spot.
Well, that's what I've been having this conversation a lot, especially since like now owning a weapon and stuff. Mm-hmm. You just think about stuff differently.
Yeah.
And it's like the fact that home invasions happen anywhere in the South is insane.
It's insane.
Not everybody's got a CCP, but everybody has a gun in their house.
Yeah. And standard, I mean, if you're on someone's property and like they kill you, so, like they're not going to jail.
How it's been explained to me is as long as you don't shoot them in the back, you're good.
Pretty much.
You just got to shoot them while they're facing you still.
Yeah.
If you shoot them in the back, then it's like,
come on,
the jury will be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
They're leaving. You know?
Yeah, what's the stand your ground law? Is that what it is?
Yeah, stand your ground law. A lot of the states in the South have that.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently there's a instructor out in these parts for the concealed carry class that will, like, he tells you, he's like, fuck shooting him in the head, fuck shooting him in the chest, like shoot him right top of the thigh.
It'll bleed
it's
out.
Like that femoral artery is not getting patched.
Oh god.
And it's a bigger target than the head.
Yeah. That's true.
Wow, that's cool.
It's like, damn, dude.
But the guy who owns my boat lift that I rent he was so apologetic. He sent me a very long text, you know, because he goes out there and at least on the weekends he turns the light on for me.
Yeah.
So that the boat is at least lit up.
Yeah. I'm surprised he didn't see it because he's usually out there.
I know. Yeah, I didn't notice anything, and he doesn't have a reason to have cameras there because he never had a boat in the slip. Yeah. But he's sent me this paragraph, and he's like, I just want you to know, man, if I would have seen them, they would have had lead in their face.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm like, I was like, dude, you're the best. Thank you. You know? But really, I'm thinking, I know this was teenagers.
Yeah.
And that would be so sad.
It would be bad.
It would be so sad.
You have to hose your boat off.
Fuck,
the
dude.
blood of a 16-year-old.
I'm really not cool with that, but I appreciate him saying it, I guess. But another possibility is construction workers being there and noticing that I hadn't taken my boat out in a while, and the poles were just there. Yeah, like, oh, he hasn't been back in a long time. I could
some methed out construction worker.
Yeah,
like,
if that were the case,
see you, bud.
Yeah, foot on his neck, shoot him in the head.
Just
kidding. That's completely joking.
Throw him in the water. Swim, boy.
The stealing shit is, I don't get it. I've never even stolen a pack of gum, and that isn't even. I mean, you steal something from Walmart. Fuck. I mean, they. I'm pretty sure. I don't know the exact number. I could obviously look it up. But they are expecting to lose. It's somewhere in the realm of like $100 million a year.
Because of team morale, they don't say anything.
Right. Yeah. They have all these things in place where we know we can't catch everybody.
Yeah, dude.
But it's like they don't need it. But stealing from a person to person,
Yeah,
Like,
it's
that's so immoral
like
and
go-
unethical and
Yeah, dude. Well, it's just like the mindset of like, it's just scary how like there's something out in the open, and then people like their first thought is like, oh, I can take that.
that could be mine.
Yeah.
No
weird.
regard for what if that person, like, what if I saved up, I guess they're probably like, he's got a fucking nice ass boat. Fuck this guy. So they kind of think of me as a corporation, maybe. Especially
And then
if they're
some people are
teenagers.
kleptos, like they can't help themselves.
Right.
That's weird. But the only way would be like, okay, what if they would have stolen one fishing pole? Then you could tell yourself a story of like, okay, maybe he was a homeless guy and he was really hungry.
I just want to eat.
Yeah, and he stole one fishing
Yeah,
pole.
but they stole fucking 3.
Yeah,
Like,
come on, dude.
Yeah, you're just being a dick.
Yeah.
And,
Give a man a fishing pole.
but they're probably like, let's say it's the scenario which I think everyone thinks it is, which is the kid on the golf cart.
Yeah, that's 100%.
Fuck this guy, either their frontal cortex isn't working, which it doesn't, and they're just like, for the thrill, like, let's take these. They've been here for 2 weeks. We can just grab them. No one's going to see us.
Yeah.
Or they're like, that's a nice ass fucking boat. He can afford to lose it. And then they pull off in a $15,000 golf cart.
Yeah.
It's like,
Oh my god.
this isn't that much more than that golf cart that your parents buy you.
Yeah, that's wild. Yeah, they probably did it at night. They probably saw your boat sitting there for a while because you needed batteries or whatever, and they're
Right.
oh, this guy's probably lives in New York. He just like owns this boat slip. Fuck this guy.
Yeah.
Or something.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a bummer. Are you doing the McGuire's run tomorrow?
Yes. What time's it at?
I don't know. I still haven't signed up.
I haven't either.
I want to
do
that
it.
after this podcast.
Yeah.
And you're probably going to actually run it since you need the mileage, huh?
Yeah. I'm gonna go run after this podcast too.
Yeah.
Get some. See, well, I ran yesterday. I did 2.5 miles on soft sand, and you remember how my left heel was like kind of hurting? Mm-hmm. I was fine on the soft sand, but then like half a mile in on the concrete, like coming back, it was just like got me again. So I'm gonna go run the trails after this, and if my heel
Should be more forgiving, but
if my heel's hurting again, I'm not gonna run it tomorrow because that's gonna be that's 3 miles of like asphalt.
right.
But I did ice it. Icing actually helps stuff, which is
Oh, that's weird.
kind of crazy.
That's super weird.
I iced my foot, and I was like, "Oh wow, this works."
That's hilarious.
A little bonus tip for y'all.
Well,
out there.
what icing isn't good for is doing, like, you don't want to train and do, like, cold exposure right after you train.
True.
It's far better to do it before.
Oh really?
How your muscles rebuild, like the process they go through in that 72 hours to 96 hours, is what's being rebuilt needs to happen within your body and what it does naturally for it to be optimal. Mm-hmm. So it's the same idea of if you were to take like anti-inflammatories right after tearing your muscles, like not like injury wise, but what we're trying to do is you tear them and then they rebuild. So whenever you implement something extra than what your body's natural ability is doing with nutrition that you're giving it, stuff like that, water, it completely ruins that cycle.
So anti-inflammatories are not good. After
You don't want to push off.
Yeah.
You don't want to take ibuprofen even, 72 hours after you
What about
really.
heat therapy?
Heat's, fine. Because cold is you want the inflammatory response is for a reason, and it's good to rebuild your muscle when you're exercising and you're trying for hypertrophy.
Yeah.
But whenever you interject and try to fuck with that, it ruins the whole process.
Yeah. Interesting. True. Yeah, I haven't done like actual cold therapy, like full on cold therapy since high school. I don't think.
Yeah.
Where you're like fully submerged. Stuff is.
We should, now that we've eclipsed like 300 views, we should get a cold plunge for the house.
Yeah. That stuff's gnarly. It's so gnarly, dude. I just remember after running track, they'd make us get in it, and it's just, everyone's like looking at each other.
Yeah.
Like, who's gonna get in?
See, something like that, like running, that's totally different.
Yeah.
Than you're literally trying to tear a muscle down and then build it back up and have it build back bigger.
Yeah.
But that's injury prevention is totally different.
True.
Yeah, and it's like, unless you're spending several $1,000s on a cold plunge that just is cold, you just take the lid off and there's ice in it, and you go in.
Yeah.
I mean, you can buy the buckets like what Matthew has, and you have to fill it with ice yourself.
Oh.
It's like there's so much time for you to talk yourself out of it. Like go into the store to buy the fucking ice.
Your hands are cold from holding
Yeah.
on. Like, this is enough.
Yeah, for sure.
I got my hands.
There's this new one that Rogan was talking about getting. I forget, something blue. But it churns.
Oh, yeah.
So that barrier that your body creates by staying still can't be created. Mm-hmm. So you're actually dying the whole time. Man.
It's funny that he's so into that now that he's like knows the niche things about cold plunging.
Yeah, he's like, this could fuck me harder.
Yeah. It's like, oh my God. Jeez.
It's super. I mean, it's something that
It's such
I
a
should do way more. And
well, it's such a different thing. Remember when we went surfing behind crabs and it was like we got in the water and it's like, what was it, 60 something degrees?
yeah, low 60s.
And we're like, damn, this is cold.
yeah, it fucking was.
Literally 30 degrees less than that. Just chilling.
It's different though, dude, because you know what you're doing. When
Yeah.
you're doing cold therapy. When you're surfing, that like you want to be comfortable.
Yeah.
And just shred. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
An ice bath isn't a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
And it's a 3-minute thing. We're out there for fucking hours. No one can sit in an ice bath for hours.
No, you would die.
When DeStefano was on, did you watch his episode?
Is he the wait? Okay,
Chris DeStefano?
he's like the white
New York
guy.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So they're into the smelling salts now.
Yeah.
Not for lifting. He just does it on the podcast because it's funny how bad it hurts. This was like Jamie said something about it because it was so ridiculous. But he ripped this thing, comes back, head back with his mouth open, and then his body does like a just with his mouth open because it's in so much pain. And no one acknowledges it. Jamie just goes, "What the fuck?" Because they have headphones on.
Oh yeah, you couldn't hear it.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
it's so funny.
Dude, that's awesome. We should get some of those smelling salts.
Yeah, we should. I've never done it before. Have you've done it?
I love smelling salts.
Like in high school, you did it?
No, like 3 months ago when that one dude. Remember the one dude that would always get me to video him doing his PRs? What was his name? You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Austin. I think his name was Austin. Remember the video I showed you? He was trying to PR, and I like made an edit out of it. It was really funny.
I went because that thing you showed me earlier. I was like,
No, he would always have smelling salts on him.
remember Austin? I used to videotape him.
I used to videotape that guy at the gym.
No, yeah. Okay, so he rips those. Of course he does.
So I would rip
Of course he has.
I would
The only
consistently.
guy in golf breeds.
Yeah.
Chip doesn't even use smelling salts.
I would consistently rip those. Yeah, he would, dude, 10 minutes he would prepare to do his PR on anything. And he would like pace, and he would have that thing just in his clutch, just.
You're not supposed to do more than like 5 rips in a day.
He's doing 30 rips every single time.
30 rips.
He would throw it, dude. He would put the cap on. And then not do his PR and then not make it every time. It was so funny. He would have like straps all over him and like all this shit. All this extra stuff.
Oh man, he's a funny guy.
Oh my God.
What are you?
So
Your birthday's coming up. What are you doing for your birthday?
Funny. I don't have any
What do you
plans.
want to do for your birthday?
I might go to PF Chang's.
We have a PF Chang's.
No. Destin does. I literally haven't even thought about
That is absolutely hilarious that you said that.
I love
3
PF
hours
Chang's.
ago, I was training Homeboy,
Yeah.
and he was talking about lettuce wraps.
Yeah.
I was like, "Have you ever had the lettuce wrap appetizer from PF Chang's?"
Yeah, dude.
And he was like, "I don't think so."
It's worth anything.
What do they do to those meats?
I don't know, dude.
I mean, there's MSG in it.
Yeah.
for sure.
I think, and then like the water chestnuts or something, he gives it that.
Oh, it's so good, man.
It's so good.
I couldn't eat water chestnuts for 10 years.
Oh,
just because coincidentally I had to throw up the night that I had them.
Oh, that sucks.
It wasn't from that. But
Yeah.
I was like, that's the last, that texture and taste was the last thing I remembered before I started mouth watering.
Yep. I was like that with those mini bite brownies that came in the white packaging.
Yeah.
I was like that with those for a long time. And wasabi peas. I'm still kind of like that with wasabi peas.
Oh, I haven't had wasabi peas in forever.
They make me really nauseous.
Oh, I love wasabi.
Excuse me. But yeah, P.F. Chang's is incredible. Yeah, I remember one year I wanted to go to P.F. Chang's for my birthday. I was in high school, and I was like, I just want to go to P.F. Chang's. And my family's like, oh, yeah, we'll go. And then we ended up going to, like, Texas Roadhouse or something. And I was like, I've been mad about it ever since. So I usually go to P.F. Chang's for my birthday now.
Okay. You think that's just going to be a you and Jenna thing, or?
You asking me made me just say that. I haven't even thought about it.
All right, dibs.
Nice. Let's go. Yeah, I think last time I was there, I got of course, you got to get the lettuce wraps. And then the Mongolian beef is pretty good. But I'm probably going to get something crazy.
Yeah. I even got pad thai there once. They have a vast, menu.
Yeah. Yeah. It's all of Asia. It should be PF Cons. Holy shit.
Someone, I don't know if it's a famous person or someone I know closely, but I recently found out that it's like I think it's someone famous.
Oh.
But it's like, yeah, my grandpa started P.F. Chang's.
Yeah.
Who is that?
I know what you're talking about. I don't know, though.
Recently learned that in the last year. Damn, we go to P.F. Chang's. We can go to Bass Pro Shop.
I know.
Walk around.
Dude, I love Bass Pro.
Such a good spot.
Dude, it's sick. It's everything you want.
I know. It's the only place that I will, we've driven to Destin just to go there before.
Yeah.
But we don't like shopping.
No. The fish tank. They got
tank.
Amberjack in a fish tank.
It's so cool.
That's so sick. Did they ever finish that bowling alley down there? You remember that bowling alley they were building?
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
I wonder if they did. Apparently it was going to be sick.
Well, that's exciting because we have that to do if that's a thing. And then we have that to do, and that's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
And then when that Topgolf is finished in Mobile.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
Oh, my God.
I haven't been to Topgolf since the situation.
Even though that was the worst experience of my life, I still had fun because it was at Topgolf.
Yeah, exactly.
It wasn't the worst experience. It didn't seem to you like I was having a terrible time, did it?
No, not at all.
It just seemed like I was like too baked.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yeah, pretty much. And the only like bad vibes y'all were getting was like it was in a room of where I was completely normal, and I was also like
that pool room when we were waiting for our bay.
I was like,
yeah, what?
I was like, this is a weird room, guys.
Sorry I took you here.
Yeah, it's not just y'all.
God, if you could have known what I was seeing. I was scared to touch my own dick.
In the bathroom.
Yeah.
And then you had to go through 3 different lines. You had to sign up, then you had to get your card, and then you had to scan it.
Dude, I had a card, and I didn't have it on me. So that could have made it so much better.
Yeah. Nope. You got to sign up for a new one.
Sign up, John Hancock. You don't know where the pen is.
Mm-hmm. It's ridiculous.
Oh, that was incredible. Okay. We'll talk about this first. There's this crazy thing that I learned about recently about alcoholics, like full-fledged alcoholics that become non-alcoholics. Mm-hmm. And first of all, I'll talk about this first, then I'll segue into this dream I had last night. Have you ever dreamt when you were hammered?
I think
like that
so.
night?
Yeah, I think I'm sure.
You think
Not
so?
that I remember.
So I think I have too, but apparently if you are years into alcoholism, like every single day you wake up, you drink alcohol, and that's, to not get sick.
Yeah.
That kills your dream state. Like they don't dream. Alcoholics don't dream, apparently. And what happens is because that's been suppressed for so long, once they get off of alcohol, their body will send them into a dream state while they're just awake.
Oh, that's where the hallucinations come from.
Right.
Interesting.
So they're living like a dual consciousness almost sometimes. And they'll just be awake and just start dreaming. You fucking imagine. Like, I sober gopher for 2 years, and you just feel like you're tripping all of a sudden. You're driving. Like, you could be driving.
Yeah. I remember the DT patient I took care of one time at the hospital. They were alcohol DT, 30 years, alcoholic. They were like, I would go in there, and they would be like, hey, can you please get the elves out of my room? And like, I'm not kidding.
You're like, call the Mexican president.
They're coming. But they were convinced they were little elves. They could see their hats, and they were running around their bed in their room, and then they would like be doing mischievous things, and then scurry out of their room.
Like they're fucking with them a little bit.
I'm
Yeah.
like, all right. So I went and bought an elf hat. No, I can't. You're gonna die. Nah. Yeah, no, that's I believe. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
They're just dreaming.
Right.
That's wild.
So they were never sent to the Baker ward?
No, they made it. They're fine.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. I mean,
That's
I don't know about now.
Right.
They were
They're
discharged.
probably drinking again.
Yeah. Make the elves go away.
But yeah, so do you believe in dreams having metaphorical meanings?
Yeah, I think so. I think they have a lot to do with like what I think it's just like what is on your mind in real life, and then it's just a weird twist most of the time.
Yeah.
You know?
I do think so too. And I've heard that the other people that are in your dream and how they interact with you, it's actually you interacting with yourself.
Yeah.
Just through those people that you know.
Yeah.
Or don't know.
Yeah, I mean that's
Which is weird for fuck dreams. But
yeah.
I guess we beat it.
Yeah.
Anyways, I had a dream last night that I always dream about my old house.
Mm-hmm.
Here. Fucking always. But it always looks different on the inside.
Huh.
And boy, was it a mansion this time. it looked the same on the outside, but in the inside, it was like the Hilton conference room, whatever that's called, that we do the Blue Angel show.
Oh,
at.
yeah.
It was like that.
It's a
And
big
one
wide
of the
open
rooms, like in the game room, was that.
Oh, that's cool.
Shit, Lord.
Dang.
Yeah, this shit was sick. Anyways, I won't go into detail because people explaining their dreams is kind of boring. But it was a fucking insane dream.
Mm-hmm.
But what I will say is there were assassins coming. My mom was there, Big Call was there, you were there, a bunch of other people that I didn't know. And it's funny how this is interjected into my dream because I bought the pistol, and so Dave and I were talking about going shooting together. He was super excited, and he's like, fuck, I need to clean that gun.
Yeah.
So the only gun in the house was his gun, because that was the only gun in the house when I lived there.
Yeah.
This .357 Magnum.
Yeah.
These assassins are coming, like demon assassins. They were very scary, and I'm terrified that they were coming.
Wait,
Got a sneeze coming. But go ahead.
could you see them yet, or were they were just?
No, I just knew.
They were just about.
Yeah. I wish I had some sunlight here. I could. Anyway, so they're coming, and I'm like, I need to find this gun. Where's the gun? It's not in the normal spot that the gun is in. My mom's like, it's in this spot. What the fuck? You're an idiot.
Yeah.
And so I go and find it. I'm like, oh, perfect. They're about to get to me. Open up the case, the exact case that it was in, get it, pop it out, check that it's loaded, pop it back in, and go to fire it. But it won't fire because it's so goddamn dirty because Dave won't fucking clean the damn thing. Like, of course, it's a fucking dream.
Yeah.
So anyways, all this shit happens. I go outside, do some crazy shit on the dock. I wake up, but I'm still in the dream. And I wake up at the house, and Big Call has spent the night, and I explained to him the dream that I had last night.
Oh, no.
In the fucking dream.
And then the assassins.
And I fucking woke up again. I did double wake up.
That's crazy, dude. I've done that like maybe once.
What does that mean?
Inception, dude. That is
Inception.
That's it.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know, man. Because I have had some dreams where it's like, you ever had a dream where there's like other people there, like strangers, you don't know them, and you're, I don't know, for whatever reason, but then you wake up and you're like you miss them a little bit?
Ooh.
I've done that before. And then I've also had, this has happened a lot, where I'll be with people doing something. Like, there was this one dream I had where I was like, I don't know where I was. I think I was in like Mississippi or Alabama somewhere, and I was like hanging out with this black family, and there's like it was like a terrible house. But we were just hanging out, and I was talking to him, and then like I think my alarm went off or something, and I like was started to wake up, but then I went back into the dream, and I said, "Hey guys, I have to go. Like, I'm sorry." Yeah, and,
time for work.
yeah, time for work, and then I woke up, and I was like, "Damn! Like, I wish I could. Like, I missed them a little bit."
Whoa.
Yeah, I do that a lot actually, where I'm like, "Hey, like I gotta go. Like, it's time to wake up," and then
So do you lucid dream a lot?
yeah.
Yeah, I do a decent bit, but not as apparently small doses of melatonin will get you there,
Really?
like consistently.
Huh.
Just small doses.
Yeah.
Some people say that.
I took it for like a few months, I think.
So you miss people that you didn't know after you woke up.
Well, you could have known him.
I Mr. OU. Because it's just you, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. That is weird. It happens a lot. Well, because then there's some of my dreams. There's a lot of like characters in it.
Yeah,
so it's
same. My one last night. There were so many fucking people.
It's like
But I usually like anytime I throw a party and there's more than my crew.
Mm-hmm.
Like the crew brings some crew of a crew.
Mm-hmm.
In
the
real
dream
life,
or in real life?
In real life, I get a little bit of anxiety just because like
You
they
don't
could do
know.
anything. They
Yeah.
could fall in the pool and die, and their parents sue me. Just
Yeah.
little, like I don't really think that's gonna happen. But in dreams, it is no problem.
yeah, it doesn't matter at all.
Even if I'm not lucid dreaming and I don't know that I'm in a dream,
Mm-hmm.
it's like this is fine.
Yeah, this is normal.
Everything's fine unless there's a fucking demon.
Yeah.
And usually a demon comes in.
Yeah, it's just like the happiest dream ever.
I always did. Like I was just in Mississippi moving Adriana, and she said I sat up, I think 2 or 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
I just do this thing next where I just,
Really?
and she has to like
Oh my
back down, like all my core strength to get back down to the bed.
Jesus.
It doesn't make any sense. I don't remember it. I'm not awake.
Yeah. I don't ever have nightmares. Like I can't.
That's incredible.
Yeah. Ever.
You must be really happy with the lane that you're in life.
Well, the trade-off with the nightmares with periodically sleep paralysis.
Oh, which I've never gotten that. But
Yeah.
you know what? I don't even want to say what I'm going to say because I don't want it to start happening.
Yeah.
But I mean, demon every night or paralysis every 6 months.
Yeah,
you know, like,
that's true. It's a fair trade-off.
What do you want?
Yeah.
I might be equally bad.
Mm-hmm.
Even once a year, that sleep paralysis shit that you and Matthew convey to me. Wow. Because that seems real.
It is real. You're awake.
As far as like, yeah.
Yeah.
I
I
know
guess.
what you're
Well,
saying.
yeah. It's weird. It's a weird thing.
But as far as like those figure, like when you see the figure,
That's
or if you do see figures,
That's only
'cause-
like twice now. I
okay.
think.
Yeah. Maybe it was but that seems like it must be there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it is. It's like it's there. It's weird. It's weird, dude. But the thing with sleep paralysis though is you get used to it, which is weird. Because like the first time it happens though is, oh my god, dude, it is so scary. You're like the first time it happened to me, I was in a puddle of sweat on a leather couch. It was gross. But yeah, and it seems to happen for some reason. I don't know. I need to ask Matt this. When your legs are elevated, if you fall asleep with your legs elevated.
Oh.
For some
So have you
reason.
ever had like a knee injury or ankle injury where you were icing with elevation?
Yeah,
And
and
to
it-
sleep?
oh,
And
yeah.
that triggered it.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah, when it's like something like that, what happens is like you're paralyzed and then you're trying to wake up so hard and then you wake up and you like literally uncontrollably, like you're awake and kind of almost in control of your body and you're awake and then you just like slowly like just drift back to sleep and then it happens again. Like, and then it can happen like 10 times like that. Like you go back and forth.
Oh my god.
Yeah, until eventually you just like get it, like you throw yourself off the couch or something and like splash water on your face. It's weird. It only gets that bad when like you're sleeping like at a weird, like a big angle. For me, at least.
Okay.
I don't know if it's like your brain is like too juiced or something.
Yeah,
From all the blood.
Too much blood flow.
Uh-huh.
Wow, that is super fucking interesting. Are there accounts of people's families claiming that someone was killed by a demon? I mean, probably because everything has been said and happened.
Yeah.
But we don't have an actual
There's
a demon that comes in your room, like it doesn't kill, even if that does happen, which I think that it does. I think there are whatever spirits and there's bad ones that are probably pissed off and were alcoholics in a past life and whatever. You're scared to look at them, but it's not like they can't fucking kill you.
That's true. They can't touch you.
There's no way they can't. They can't touch you.
Yeah. But there have been people 100%, like, if you have a bad heart, you have a bad sleep paralysis episode, because it makes your heart race. You get scared.
Right. That gets you.
So what if the demon's standing there and
So
then they
that's
have the
their
heart
way
and
of
they have
getting
the
you.
heart attack, and then is that being killed by a demon?
Fuck yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Or you really died from being a fat fuck. I mean, it's the same as like.
Yeah. You just don't get scared. That's the key.
Yeah, it's like, well, like, or you should be able to get scared. If you were in better shape, you wouldn't have died.
True. Yeah.
It's like getting attacked by a hike.
So if you're fat, if you're gonna be fat, you gotta be fearless.
If you're gonna be fat, you can't be scared.
That's right. Yeah, you can have one or the other. Or the demons demon's coming for you.
The demon is coming, dude.
Jeez.
Okay, MH370. Do you know about it? Malaysia Airlines 2014 vanished in thin air.
I've heard about this.
Yeah, I think there's a Netflix thing right now about it.
Did they ever find any part of it?
No, oh, well, they found some debris, but it's
They
not.
don't know.
The first piece of debris they found was called it's such a stupid word. It's a part of the wing.
Yeah.
And one identifiable thing that
aileron or something like that.
no, it's like it starts with an F. Flapron.
Nice.
Yeah, instead of just flap, it's a flapron.
Oh, okay.
Like, okay, and it's all these French people saying it.
Flapron.
Flapron.
It's like a pastry.
So yeah, so the one exactly. So the one piece are like, oh shit, it washed up on around an island off of Madagascar, which they claim that it crashed in the South Indian Ocean.
Yeah.
Okay, because this satellite said that it did.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't have the serial number where it has it on every single flaperon. And that serial number is meant to withstand atmospheric pressure, heat, wind, cold.
Wait, so it was just a blank flapron?
Yeah, but they say that it is like the Malaysian government said for sure this is the wing, but it's never been confirmed. The only like it could have been planted there.
Yeah.
So people think that it was from the Indian Ocean.
What are the top theories?
This chick in Florida, bruh. Okay, so there was going towards Vietnam. Okay, so there's Malaysia, then there's Vietnam up here.
Yeah.
And then they lost contact with it, just boop, off, all of the electronics shut off.
Yeah.
What this satellite that was way up here said, all it can track is the distance from the satellite. So what they think is it did a turnaround, almost 180, and then there were two options for it to go north all the way up to Kazakhstan or south into the South Indian Ocean.
Mm-hmm.
They deduced that it went south for whatever reason.
Yeah.
But this chick in Florida, they started this Facebook page and released all satellite imaging around the area so people could look for themselves. Like, we just need all eyes on this, as many as you can.
Yeah.
And she fucking, like, found debris in the South China Sea. And
Just on Google Maps?
Just no one listened to her at all. And everybody claims that it went down in the Indian Ocean.
Yeah.
So there's this one reporter that's written books and stuff, this French reporter that is in bed with her, kind of like they have their theory.
Yeah.
But that's it. And everyone else has it totally like thousands of miles away in this different spot. They still haven't found the plane. Because fuck the debris. They haven't found like the shit. There's over 250 passengers or something on this plane.
So do they think it was like a cover up or something?
So at first they thought it was the pilot.
Oh.
They don't blame him anymore.
Yeah.
Because like there's no reason for him to do that shit.
Yeah.
But they did find a simulator in his basement, which is normal for a pilot, like he's practicing or whatever. But they had it showed him not flying the exact route that they are saying was flown.
Oh no.
But dragged his cursor through that route. To almost, not exact to where, but it was the plane, what they claim was flown until it ran out of gas and then just went down in the ocean.
Huh.
So like a murder-suicide.
What would the cursor have anything to do with it?
Just they were able to track somehow. Like he didn't fly a simulation the exact route, but he like drug his cursor that way for some reason, which is super weird. But what's weirder is the FBI got that simulator a month after it was missing, and they released that information 2 years later.
What the heck?
So fucking weird, dude. And a really big theory is that the U.S. government is involved.
Yeah.
Because they had those planes flying around that area with the mushroom tops.
The Hawkeyes?
Yeah, and they can jam any electronics or anything.
Yeah, they could have accidentally messed up the avionics.
I think what this journalist is saying is there was there were a bunch of like 2 tons of electronics on board, and this plane was going to Beijing.
Oh,
and so what a theory is that at the 11th hour, the U.S. government found out about these electronics, like walkie-talkies and advanced communications electronics, were going to China, and then sent one of those Hawkeyes to take it down so that it wouldn't get there.
Damn,
Which that's not beyond some shit that the fucking U.S. would do.
Yeah.
Especially if it's to better China's, position on something.
Can those I didn't know those Hawkeyes could like crash stuff.
Well,
I guess they can jam stuff.
They can jam
just
everything.
Make it,
Right.
Make it really hard, dude.
Yeah. There's so many layers. It's so fucking crazy. And this was in 2014. They still don't know.
Huh. Yeah, I've heard about it. I haven't deep dived into it though. I wonder, man.
There's like I think 7 instances similar to that. Like there's 5 planes that have flown through the Bermuda Triangle and just disappeared.
Dude, the Bermuda Triangle.
People just sail through that shit though.
Yeah.
I mean, many ships have disappeared also, but people should just shoot it.
Have you seen that meme? This is the most relatable meme I've ever seen, where it's like, now that I'm an adult, the Bermuda Triangle isn't near as much of an issue as I thought it was going to be when I was a kid.
Yeah. Dude, oh, for sure.
I used to be like, because we lived in Florida, and I was like, it's right there. Like, what if one day we're just like, what if I have to get on a plane and I have to fly over there?
Right.
Like I'm a dead man.
Or the Bermuda Demon comes.
Yeah. It's weird. What I thought you were going to say when you said the chick in Florida, I thought you were going to say that some chick on the East Coast found a piece of the plane in the Bermuda Triangle, and I was going to freak out, but no.
There's also this guy who's labeled an adventurer who flew to Madagascar and stuff and found the first debris other than that the flaperon.
In Madagascar? I guess that makes sense.
Because it's right off the coast of where... Yeah.
The Indian, whatever.
And so he's like, all the families are like, we love you so much. Thank you for helping us. But he literally flies there just randomly because he apparently hit up some oceanographers. And they're like, this is where the debris would probably go with how the currents have been going and everything.
Yeah.
If it did land where the satellite said it did.
Yeah.
And he's there for 2 hours and he finds a piece of the plane. And so all these other journalists are like, this guy's shady as fuck.
Yeah.
And he speaks fluent Russian.
Ooh.
Oh, sorry. 4 months after this MH370 plane goes missing, 4 months after, the Russians shoot down another 777, which was the same size plane, from Malaysian Airlines, and it lands over Ukraine. They just shoot it down.
So could it have been the Russians
And
too?
there were 3 Russians on board the flight. So there's the
but they don't care.
hijack theory, the pilot theory, which is not a thing anymore, and then essentially nothing else. Or U.S. government.
What about Russian government, right? Could have been them.
Right, but the hijacking covers, it would be the Russians.
Oh, because they
probably.
were on board.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, that's weird because that's so much. That plane, like, think about how big the plane is, and there's so much debris, and then like think about if a 707 went down or 777 went down in the Gulf, like just from how many fishermen are out there, like someone would find something.
Yeah.
And then if you think about Malaysia, like that is so like such a more populated area. Like there's so many fishing boats out there. Like someone would find something, you would think.
And apparently there was a huge military conflict at that time right around there. So other radars would have picked this plane up.
Yeah.
But they just don't, like, it's just no. Like, they're like, nope, didn't see it.
Huh.
It's like, yeah, you fucking did.
Who knows,
Someone
dude.
fucking saw it.
Or
And there is claims, I forget the geographic location of where these claims were from, but I think it was the Florida chick and this French journalist on that side. So not the Indian Ocean, but the South China Sea.
Yeah.
There were 2 guys who like had pictures of on fire debris in the sky, and it's just ignored. They're like, no, it's not over there. This satellite.
No, that's not it.
And the satellite company has a U.S. government department, so people think that they could be covering something up because they're just.
Yeah.
That seems I mean, we send drone strikes into fucking wedding parties just because there's one guy there and there's 150 people who've done nothing wrong other than say the word fuck. Like, what's 237 mostly Chinese people
Yeah.
for China to not get some cool electronics from Radio Shack.
Yeah. We want those.
It ain't no thing, dude.
Yeah.
Where do you not number one without some gnarly shit?
You ain't got no Hawkeyes.
Yeah.
Who knows, man? I would like to know though. I wonder if we'll ever know.
Fuck, dude.
That's really sad for the families though. There's
Terrible.
they're gone.
You can't even bury him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's really sad.
So bad. So bad. How it was handled is so bad. There's obviously something sketchy.
What's it on?
Netflix.
Netflix?
Yeah.
True. I'll watch. I need to watch it.
Yeah, you should watch it. It's pretty cool. Okay, I'm gonna
Finally happened.
go into a SpongeBob thing.
You're gonna go into this
Do you have anything else? I'm feeling like it's a good closer.
No, I don't have. I just had
Okay.
Joe Rogan
I'll
making
finish
the
on
weird
this.
noise.
Are you aware that cartoonist created on each character has a different personality disorder?
No, I'm not. Oh wait, Squidward would be depression. Mr. Krabs would be greed. Are the 7 deadly sins, or is it a mental disorder?
I only have 6.
Let me try to guess them.
Okay, yeah, that's how I was gonna do this.
Oh, okay.
I'll wait until that's turned towards your mouth.
Oh my bad.
No, you're good.
Boop, 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 boop. All right, Squidward's depression.
Okay, we're gonna start with SpongeBob.
SpongeBob. Okay.
There's 2 theories to SpongeBob.
All right, hang on. OCD,
I mean, no, it's not one of the.
ADHD.
Yeah.
Okay.
So ADHD and this weird Myers-Brennan disorder, and then multiple personality disorder. I think it's multiple personality and ADHD more so than.
Yeah. Why would SpongeBob have multiple personality though? Because he's SpongeBob. I could see ADHD.
But he transcends
Sometimes.
many guys.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, he gets in his moods.
Yeah, he does.
But I think ADHD fits the best out of those 2. Okay, Patrick.
Wait. Is sloth an anxiety?
Down syndrome.
For his Patrick.
But it's just that, not exact.
Yeah.
Mr. Krabs,
Sociopath or psychopath?
narcissistic.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Personality disorder. Squidward,
Depression.
obviously. Plankton,
Oh, would he be the sociopath or the psychopath?
kind of.
I don't know.
Sociopaths and psychopaths usually have this.
I'm always I don't know the difference between those two, but all right. They would both have this
I think
anger, like an anger disorder.
bipolar.
Ah, okay.
I think I might have these backwards, but they are the same thing. But I think psychopaths have 0 empathy, and sociopaths can show forms of empathy, but also still
Be a psychopath.
empathic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, then Sandy. You're gonna not put that mic in your fucking gooch?
I didn't know.
When we haven't had a fart in 10 episodes?
I didn't know it was gonna
That's
be.
10 weeks, no farts.
I didn't know it was gonna be that good.
That was so good. Sorry.
Did you say Sandy?
Yeah.
Oh man, what would she? Oh, like anorexia or whatever. Well, because she's so skinny.
Oh, yeah, but no, it's not that.
I don't know.
Or apparently, some people might say that. Tourette's.
What? Oh yeah. She does do some weird shit.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah,
I like
funny
that one.
stuff.
I've always heard that. I've heard that same thing, but with the 7 deadly sins. So like Mr. Krabs would be greed, Patrick would be sloth, Squidward would be envy, SpongeBob.
Right.
Yeah, all this shit. I don't remember the rest of them. I like that one better though.
Mm-hmm.
What does pathic mean? Because there's you're sociopathic or you're psychopathic, but then you could also be empathetic. Like, you know what I'm saying? What is pathic?
I'm going to guess that it's literal and it's a path that you're on. So you're whatever.
There's got to be
whatever this path.
I think it's got to be
like that's a super good guess.
It's got to have something to do with emotions. Like pathic means emotional. Pathic is probably emotion in Latin or Greek, I bet.
Adjective pathic, comparative, more pathic, superlative, most pathic.
Type in pathic etymology, pathic etymology. We did it. Did you see the video of Mark Norman?
Suffer. Or pathos is suffering. Oh, wait. My bad. Well, pathos means suffering.
So you're able to say.
Not what we're doing, though.
Pathos. Pathic. I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of affecting the emotions.
Okay, that's what I'm. So psycho would mean lack of. Socio would mean, and then emp would mean.
Emp care.
Yeah.
Emp care.
Emper.
Emp feel.
I can. Words are weird.
Yeah.
I always try
English
to
is tough.
English is specifically so weird.
Yeah.
Because you think you got something pinned down, and then freaking Winston Churchill
even
comes
a native
along.
don't got it.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Okay, well, this was a great episode. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was.
Thank you guys for watching so much. We're twice a week.
Let's have a chat. I peed so much.